Hey, thank you for coming back to the channel. This is Sip Smoke and Share with Ronnie. Before we get started, if you like my content, my information, because I'm doing unedited raw footage, like today I'm sitting outside, but I wanted to talk about the Department of Education. So this thing I've been talking about is 2025. So people are saying that in the comments that I'm off base, but 2025 was a book that was put out for the next presidency. So what happened with Trump and those guys did yesterday or the day before when they went and they're trying to shut down the Department of Education. If I'm lying, I'm dying. This is from page 319, chapter 11, Department of Education. What does that say right there that I got outlined? It says that federal education policies should be limited and ultimately the federal Department of Education should be eliminated. That's the first line of this. So for those of you that don't understand what the Department of Education is, I'm gonna just give you a little brief history. So Department of Education. So Donald Trump signed all of these things when his first weeks in the White House, and he wants to shut down the Department of Education. We're gonna ask you a question. Why do you think that is? But the Department of Education was founded in 1979 by Jimmy Carter, the Peanut Man. So it manages funding educations and programs across the nation. So the Department of Education was founded by the Peanut Man in 1979, and it oversees $1.6 trillion student loan programs. So again, I'm gonna ask you, why do you think they're trying to get rid of it? It manages 100.6 student loan trillion dollars worth of programs. It administers the Pell Grant, and the Pell Grant, if you don't know, I got the Pell Grant when I was going to school back in the day. The Pell Grant is for low-income students. It helps low-income students that attend university. It also helps students that have support those students with disabilities living in poverty and enforces civil rights. The Department of Education was founded in 1979. It helps those students in low-income areas. It also helps those kids that with disabilities that have been discriminated against race and orientation in under federally funded schools. The department was allocated $238 billion fiscal year last year. So they operated with a budget of $238 billion in 2024. But that's less than 2% of the federal budget. Less than 2% of the federal budget. And it is one of the smallest, it is the smallest of the agencies. I'm gonna say that again. Its budget was less than 2%, and it's one of the smallest of the cabinet agencies by the number of employees and budget. So 2%. So why do you think that he went to start cutting the smallest agency first? One that helps people that look like me and some of you, melanated people. Do you think it had something to do with the education of blacks and browns? I don't know. I'm just asking these questions. So that's something that we have to consider when we're thinking about this. Also, they want to take the government out of school, or not the government out of school, but what they're trying to do. If what he's trying to do is that he wants to take the federal government out of schools and give it back to the states. So I like to hear your thoughts. But also, too, the next thing that's coming up is, I know this was a big thing in the States, is critical race theory. So critical race theory, for those that don't know, I'm going to do another video on it. But basically, America uh, was wants to throw a rock in there and hide their hand. Critical race theory says that we don't want to talk about racism or any of those types of things because it makes people feel bad. But we're going to have another video on that. So y'all stay tuned. Sip, sip. Thank y'all for coming. It's a beautiful day in Houston. It's a little, what do I call this, overcast, but that's okay. I got on my short sleeve shirt. So y'all have a good one. Please like, comment, and share. Give me a thumbs up. It don't cost anything.